Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Manta Ray back in Space Engineers for episode 9 of Reconomy Lite. You can see off in the far, far distance our base, the Ant base. You can see our lovely rover right here. It's looking good way over there. All right, so a couple things to get started today. So, firstly, I don't believe we are where we said we were. So I'm having a thought. And my thought is that we're not where we said we were. We had two possible options of where we thought we were going to be, on the map. I don't think I'm where I thought I was. I think I'm actually in location B, which is a little bit further over. So I will direct your attention over to the map. So over here on the map, this is where we thought we were before. We thought we were on this cluster of islands, this archipelago here, basically. I don't think that's where we are. Based on the zoom outs and just kind of what we've been experiencing island-wise that we've been running into, I looked at this map also without the big MG on it, and none of these islands really match up with what we're seeing. So if you remember, we saw that bay-shaped island, almost like this one over here, this iron-looking one here, with this bay, or this one over here with the bay, this one even over here with the bay. We're not seeing this over here in this group of islands, but we know that we're on an island kind of with at least another island or landmass nearby. We sailed pretty far. It came right up against a large flat surface, which kind of looks like this, and it would kind of make sense, but it's not near this big. Looking at the size comparisons, if you're on one of these islands looking over, this should be huge, almost curving along the horizon, and it's not. What we see with the island that we look at is it's very short. So I don't think this is where we're at. I believe we're over here. And I believe what we ran into was we're either on this island or this island. And what we did was we passed this on the way. And I really think this is the situation. I think we're right here. I think we sailed this way, past this landmass here, and hit this. I think this is our giant sheer cliff face. I think this was the one side, and this was the side that was kind of impassable that we couldn't get past right here. We sailed back across this inlet over here to here. We traveled over this hill, and I think this might be where we're sitting right now. Either here or here, but I think it's here because we can see straight across to our island. We can come straight across this way to this. We couldn't see this from here. That lines up with that just fine. And if we looked off in the distance, we saw that kind of comes around this way, and it's kind of a bay, and then here's the second bay. So the way that we can verify this is if we drive around this side of the beach and we come into another bay, I think we can kind of verify that this is where we're at. So one of the main things, though, that we need to worry about is we are running low on food. We are at 21 for food, so we're going to have to deal with that pretty quick. So the first thing is, let's get trucking. Let's take a look. So basically, if we drive along here and there is another bay on this side, it's pretty conclusive evidence for me this is where we're at. All right, here we go, coming around the corner. What are we gonna see? Looks like another bay to me. And there it is. All right. That's pretty conclusive to me. All right. So, let's stop and think about this. If that's the case, let me remember the map. This should be east. It should be west. And that should be north, so that it is upside down. So south is up on the map, north is down on the map. So that would mean that if we left our island and went south underwater, there should be a huge cobalt deposit. Yeah. Okay. So if that's the case, let's check the map again. Okay, so if that's the case, if we are truly here, we just came around this corner here. So we're now looking back into this bay, I'm pretty sure. So that would mean that south, upwards, would be a huge cobalt deposit. But it also looks like we don't have any ore. We've got gold across the way, magnesium over here again, iron, nickel, silicon, and iron. That cobalt is what we're going to need. So we are going to have to set up an underwater expedition to get this cobalt. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, it means my first instinct is take the rover underwater. But that's, oh man, I just feel like this is going to be too deep. Alright, we got to get back to our food first off. Let's head off this way. Alright, let's get our propellers on. That should be 6. There we go. We're floating. Not really. Oh, whoa, unknown signal. Unknown signal. You think we can't catch it or anything like that? There's no way we could get this. Alright, let's try this underwater. Ooh, hold on. Put my helmet on. Yo, this isn't terrible. Okay, if we just stop, are we gonna... Okay. Here we go. Okay, we're not... Why are we not floating? That's why. I know why. Zebra rifle. Very nice. Okay, I know why. I know why. New water mod, everybody. That's what's going on. My gas tanks aren't acting as gas tanks anymore. They are acting buoyant. There you go. There's your answer. That's why we're down here. Okay, I got some food too. That's helpful. So basically, under the new water mod, if I have this all correct, buoyancy is actually calculated by empty space. So just like buoyancy is actually calculated with, is it Bernoulli's principle? I think it is. Basically, the way that it works is if you have empty space, you know, with nothing in it, it's buoyant. So the expectation is that there's going to be, you know, gas in the area, obviously air, and it creates a buoyancy effect. So you'll actually float based on empty space rather than confined space. So the way that it works now is previously you used to have hydrogen tanks and oxygen tanks. And if those were full of gas, they acted buoyant. They were like, oh, there's a bunch of gas in here. These are your gas tanks. Now you're floating. Now, it's a different story. Now, instead of having gas tanks filled be buoyant, empty gas tanks are buoyant. Filled tanks act as if they're solid, as if they've got liquid gas in them. All right, here we go. Flying up to the anthill base. We can glide back over through the tree and down. Down we go. Beautiful. That's what our gyro is for. Alright, so what we've discovered, at least what we think, is that on the other side of the island, down there underwater, we've got cobalt. So, should we change out this? No, cockpit's gonna cost us. Cockpit's gonna cost us 15 metal grids for this one. No thank you. 10 metal grids. No metal grids for this cockpit. Let's try this one out then. We're gonna need something that's enclosed. Hate to get rid of this because I've got all my things bound to it, but that's fine. Let's finish this cockpit. There we go. Now I will only have as much oxygen as I bring with me in this thing. There we go. That doesn't look too shabby, honestly. It's going to be a scouting mission first and foremost. So yeah, if we can fly with these down and then we can propeller with those, I say let's go for it. So let's drink some water, maybe even have a little bit of snack. Go. Oh, look at that, dual 69s. Nice. It's suddenly very dark. Go, let's glide on down. Look at that water as far as you can see. And a little island out there, apparently. Oh dear, 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 oh dear. Okay. There we go. There is. There's like a little island out here. What's up with that? Okay, we're good. I say let's sink. Let's use our propellers. Man, we could definitely use stronger lights, I'll tell you that. Dear, I feel like I'm playing Subnautica again. We're definitely going out a distance. Let's kick on that ore detector. Oh wait, I didn't have my antenna again. Ah, dang. Okay, well I'm seeing a whole bunch of magnesium without my antenna. Let's just do this just for kicks. Just for my own benefit here. Got my antenna. I say we drop some spotlights. It's one here, one there, and these can be our underwater spotlights. So for iron, it looks like we only have what we've mined from stone lately, which is in a grand total. That's about 50, that's about 20. We're looking at about 70, less than 70 units of iron. Good chunk of nickel, good chunk of silicon, tons of gravel, not a lot of iron. Alright, battery's at 100%. Alright, let's switch them over. Disconnect and let's get moving. Okay, we're coming down. Alright, we're down. Kill those thrusters. Let's turn on that ore detector. Let's start heading down. There we go, there we go. I hit bottom. Okay, turn the thrusters off. See where we're going. Make sure that ore detector is maxed out. It's not. Alright, we're kicking on our thrusters and heading this way. We gotta get out there faster. We're gonna run out of power by the time we find where we're going. Alright, we're 100 meters down. Not really finding anything out here. We're 104 meters down. We're 7. Well, we're not that far. It's 8K. That's it. I mean, that's far, but it's not that far. Okay, we got sand. Okay, this feels to me like we were gonna find some ore. This is be where it is. Where we're getting these big sandy patches. No, 97 meters. We're going back up. Okay, so we went all the way through here and we didn't find a single thing. Is that what you're telling me? Alright, well I guess let's head back. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, we're just gonna fly up in our rover. We're just gonna fly up and we're gonna look. We got 6 minutes of power left. We gotta find out where we're at. What are we looking at? I can't tell what I'm looking at here. Definitely need to slow down so we can land. Uh-oh. Oh dear. We are falling. There we go, that should slow us down a little bit. Okay, there we go, we're slowing down. And we're down. Alright, so let's walk this through here. Let's walk this through. Let's have a drink of water. Let's walk this through. So, we traveled off to those other islands over there. We saw what we saw, which was a cliffside, a bay, another landmass with another bay, and that all made me think that landmass was what we saw on the map, to the west, technically to the east, because the poles are switched. So, because we lined up with where we were at, we said, you know, based on our compass, what we saw, and in actuality, the compass says that you know, those land masses over there are east of our base. Well, if our base is on that island, we know where we're at. So, according to the map, directly southward, we should have run into a cobalt patch. And that cobalt patch is huge compared to the island. So any way we should have that we left the island, if we were going due south, we would have come across that cobalt. So I don't know why we're not finding any of the cobalt down there. We've got a large grid ore detector, max range. We should be able to see anything under there. So it's possible that we've got things mixed up. It's possible that we are not where we think we are. It's possible that north and south are actually correct. And if we need to go north for cobalt, we need to go that way, directly towards another landmass, which seems so wrong. I don't know. Very confusing. We could try. Honestly, I'm getting to the point where if I can't make cobalt, like if I can't get cobalt to refine to make thrusters to actually make a flying ship to get up there, I think I'm gonna have to. I might have to do two things. I'm definitely gonna add on the better spotlight mod. I'm thinking about adding on the plane parts mod, exclusively for the fact that I can make a plane. I can absolutely make a plane with, you know, just the few thrusters that we have. That way the rover doesn't have to do it, the plane can. And at least with a plane, I can get up there, I can fly around, I can kind of scope out the area and find out where the heck I am. Because this is already, I've got a map, the map should be correct, but it's just not working out. It's just not working out. Alright, so I think we may just do that, and at least we could take off from here. We could fly, take off, we could just do our thing. If we still have the small grid ore detector on here, which we don't, I think we took it off, we could build a small grid ore detector, I think. Put it on the plane at the very least, and, you know, maybe land the plane somewhere and just see if we've got any ore. The main thing I want to do is I want to see. I want to be able to see. So I think for right now, I think we're good with the ant. I think what we're going to do is we're going to flip that off charge. We're going to put this here. We're going to pull forward. And we're going to just park over here. Going to park next to the work area. There we go. Parking brake on, and let's shut the whole thing down. There we go. That way we'll save all the power in those batteries and we'll be set. Next thing we need to do is check what's in this connector. Nothing. Oh, good. Grind it down. And in its place, we're going to put a rotor. And there we go. And then we're going to say rotor lock. And there we go. Now we'll build off of this guy. Okay. So I'm thinking this will probably be a good flyer, at least so far. We've got a cockpit, we've got a hydrogen engine, we have 2 hydrogen tanks, we've got a cargo container, and we'll fit, you know, several batteries in here as well. And then we'll put wings off the sides, some small landing gear. I think we'll be good. Uh-oh, now we need them. We're out of iron. Oh no. Okay, so anyway, that's all piped up. Mostly. Then we'll slap like a gyroscope. Right here, actually. Yeah, right there. Alright. For the most part, this is ready to go. Need to add an antenna, do a little finishing touches on the top, I think. Maybe not the top, maybe the side. Maybe put an antenna somewhere over here. Maybe even on the nose. Might make the most sense, I'm not sure, but somewhere. We'll drop an antenna on here. We'll slap the wings on and some landing gear, and I think we'll be ready to go. Yeah, so we'll do that next week, I think. Yeah, I think that'll probably make the most sense. We'll do this next week. We'll slap on the wings, and we'll be ready to go. Alright, so to recap, we're going to add the Better Spotlights mod. We're going to, that it gives them extended range. We're going to add the plane parts mod so that we can get the landing gear and we can get the wings. We are going to slap some wings and landing gear on this fella right here and use this as a jet. Move some thrusters, unfortunately, from this guy to this guy. Probably just 2 thrusters would be enough. Take him off. Oof, I'm not sure, maybe even all 4. We'll see. Fly him off, and we're just gonna take this up and around, and we're just gonna take a gander. We're gonna look and we're gonna see what we see, because until we can get a true established understanding of where we are on this planet, the maps are gonna be useless, the ore deposits are useless, everything's useless. We think we know where we are, but we took an excursion out with an ore detector and found nothing, so I don't know. But we'll find out. We'll find out. Well, everybody, thanks for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for commenting. I really enjoy doing Reconomy Lite. It's a lot of fun, and I'm really enjoying really getting back to the basics. Space engineers here almost. I know it's modded, it's a custom planet and stuff, but we're not using a gigantic list of mods to to kind of accelerate the process. I mean, we're really kind of going back to the basic stuff here, using a lot of vanilla stuff that I haven't really used in a long time. So anyway, I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun. It seems like we are, so let's keep it going. Hop over to the Discord if you haven't already, everybody. Check out the stream on Thursday nights that is posted to YouTube as a VOD. That is ES2 Reconomy. That's Economy Survival Season 2 Reconomy. This is a spin-off of that series. But everybody, I've been Manta Ray, and I'll catch you next time.